Hello.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Roomies Digest. My name's Christine.
I'm Mo.
And
today we're organizing our shelves. We've been putting it off.
We really have. The beauty of this moment is we're in a very calm state because
the books are still on the shelf.
Yeah, we have not even thought about what we want it to look like. So that session's happening with you guys. Welcome.
Hello.
To our living room.
I mean, I'm happy with my side, kind of. I think if anything, it'd be the bottom rows that I will work on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll move up my graphic novels. But I feel like it fits perfectly there. I just don't need to move them.
You don't need to worry about the side that's closest to the wall. You need to worry about the middle one.
No, I don't.
That one's got all... What's the rhyme or reason there?
If it fits, it fits, you know?
If it fits, it sits.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of my overflow shelf for romance and sci-fi.
Yeah.
Because the romance and the sci-fi do not fit all in one place.
Okay.
Because their heights differ. Certain books need a little more height. Some need less.
In a perfect world, I would have my TBR on these shelves. And then the shelves in my room would be like my favorite books that I've read.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in a perfect world, we'd have one more bookshelf there for unhaul. And then we'd have bookshelves in our office. But we're not that far yet, so we got to go with what we got now.
We're going to put a bookshelf there?
You know, just thoughts. Just thoughts.
But how would we access it?
That whole thing would be redone when we redo this room.
Sure. I hear you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, perfect world situation. So we are in a comfy, cozy mood.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go through what we pretty much have on the shelves now.
Mm-hmm.
What we want the shelves to look like. We'll go through the painstaking moving process. That'll be really quick, like the quickest B-roll you'll ever see. And then we'll show you guys what we end up with.
Yeah.
It's a big endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but somebody's got to do it. So, and that somebody is us. I can't even see his face.
I'm excited.
It's gonna look great. We have literally never redone our shelves since we got them like over a year ago. Literally never. We just keep adding, taking away, but we've never like reorganized. So what's your plan? Like, are you gonna do alphabetically?
I'm kind of keeping my... I know you don't believe me, but I'm keeping my same sorting system. I think I just need to... My plan is to attack the bottom row. There's things on there we don't touch, so then I can move things down, and then I can have more space.
What's going to be on the bottom row?
Not sure yet. Depends on what we decide on keeping on the bottom row.
Are we keeping the book of the month row?
Yeah, I think so. Looks good
I
to
don't
me.
really want it, to be honest.
Well, you can take it off yours. I don't care.
Okay. It's just taking up like a whole row, and I'm like...
But it's like half our book collection.
I mean... I got books in there.
Okay.
You know?
What does that mean?
I got books in there that I'd rather have out here than have a book of the month. You know?
Okay, do that for your side.
Okay. I can see the anger in your eyes.
Yes, fine.
Why are you so angry about that?
I'm not angry.
You're not? You're not angry at all, because I can see literal flames in your eyes.
I'm not angry.
Like, you're looking at me and putting flames on me because you want me to burn.
No. I just, want it to look nice. And I'm sure it will.
My side's gonna look nice. I'm gonna have face outs and everything.
That's great. I just don't, I would rather have it be on the shelf than not have stacks of books on the shelf. Like, whatever. It can only be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't, I'm just ready to start, Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put on the bottom. But once I figure that out, you guys will know. I'm pretty much going to keep the same setup for my shelves. I'm going to do it by genre. So that's how I have it set up right now. It's not alphabetical. I think it'll mainly be color-coded. Genre color-coded.
Okay.
And then fit in the empty spaces?
For me, I've got a lot of books that have like nice covers, like collector's editions and things like that. So I'm going to go through the ones that I want to keep on the shelves and the ones that I want to move to my room. And then potentially put all of my mass market paperbacks on the bottom row, just because those tend to be like not as pretty and not as cute. And when we record videos, you can't see the bottom shelf anyway. So once we clean that out, I think I'm going to do that. And then I will probably also do mine based on genre. Fantasy is probably going to be like the one in the left-hand corner, or pretty much on the left-hand shelves. Like that's just going to be all the fantasy books with like the fantasy face outs and everything like that. And then I think I'm going to do romance, or maybe contemporary actually. And then I think I'm going to do contemporary, romance, and then if I can fit anything else, I will see what fits. But yeah, so the fantasy portion will probably be a mix of books that I've already read and books I want to read. And then everything else, no, I guess that's how they're all going to be. It'll just be a mix of books that I've read and that I want to read. Because currently I don't think I can do like a full TBR bookshelf. So yeah, that's the plan, Stan. And while I'm going through, I'm just going to make a stack for unhaul. Get them out of here.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Bum, bum, da 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 da, bum, bum, da. All right, y'all. So, you know, I'm a big fan of voiceovers. So that's what this B-roll is going to be. It's just us basically coming up with a game plan, clearing off the shelves, and cleaning up the shelves. So, of course, we had to start off with some music.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
It's just going to be K-pop anyway.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be your Coachella playlist or K-pop. You are literally...
I'm not going to play K-pop.
Yeah.
But it won't only be K-pop.
Because it's your Coachella playlist.
No. I'll think of something great.
Wow, so you were going to play them. Yeah, you are a creature of habit. Don't try Monique at rock, paper, scissors because you will lose. She is just so good at that game. But essentially, we were rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to be playing music for this whole endeavor. And then we got started on the actual organizing. Of course, I had to get a close-up of all of my, as Monique puts it, origami books. How I shove things on the bookshelves and how cluttered everything looks. Of course, I found my original copy of The Hunger Games and had to show y'all this original piece of artwork that Monique drew such a long time ago. Eventually, we're going to get this on merch, I swear to y'all. But after that, of course, we cleared off most of the books. You can see my side's completely cleared and Monique hasn't even started on hers yet. But essentially, we had to go through every single book and figure out what we wanted to keep and what we wanted to unhaul. By the end of that process, of course, the sun was going down. So our day ended, but we did come back a few days later to film the closing clip. So now for the reveal.
All right. After,
Many days.
Hasn't been many days.
No, this only took us a few hours.
Yeah, I lost steam. I did lose some steam, but I think my process, okay, do you want to describe my process?
Yeah, but I would love, here, just go ahead and take center here. Scoot on up there.
I don't need to be in center.
Yeah, just,
We're talking.
Okay.
About our organization process.
Okay, yeah.
Christine, her process was, I watched it happen.
I love that you said I love that you were like, what I did was, and then you said, well, Christine, she did this. No, you tell your process and then I'll tell my process.
I just kind of was listening to music, okay? And that fueled my process. My process was, I was like, will I read this book ever? And
I like that.
It was more of a purge.
Haul or unhaul.
It was like a purging. My mom, at a very young age, my mom taught me the basics of organization. Mm-hmm. Now, did I, take that in? I think I have it to an extent. I just don't like to actually do the work. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But so there's always the purge, the giveaway, the unhaul. So I purge a lot of books that I just don't think I'll ever get to. And that is why I feel like I have a lot more space on my shelves.
Yeah.
Because, you just don't realize how many things you collect. And not even, the last 2 years. Years ago, I was like, I'm never gonna...
When we first started Booktube, some of these books.
I'm just talking about, I would get books from like my office. Someone would do the same thing. They would put their books they don't want in like the break room, and I would just take them. Like, oh, I definitely want this. And there would just be so many books that I have where I literally never even looked at the pages. And I was like, that's never gonna. So they were gone. So that was my basis. Once I did that, I kind of just.
And we got rid of, on the bottom row of our shelves, it was basically like a junk shelf.
Like storage there.
Yeah, like there was storage for like our records. Crafts. I put my craft stuff down there. We had picture books, like books that people would give us that were like coffee table books. Like just like really random stuff on the bottom row. So I think like getting rid of that, like just clearing that out, gave us more opportunity to fill those shelves with books that we actually want to A, see, and B, read.
Yeah. Because in my head, I've been treating this shelf behind me like a library. You know, I want to come up to it, browse, especially as a mood reader. I want to come up to this shelf, browse it, and be like, today's looks like a day I can read this. And it's organized to me on like, it's based in like genre. It's based on series. It's not really like alphabetical. It's nothing like that. It's really genre, general vibes it gives me. Is kind of how the shelves are organized.
Yeah, I think similarly mine is also like that. I do have face outs of certain books that I've read and I love and I want to show off. But that also goes hand in hand with the fact that I'm a visual person and I really like artwork.
You're more of a collector too in that.
Yeah, so, and I think like when people come over, they like to look at our shelves too. So like I want them to see what I think are the best books on my shelf. You know what I mean? Like the books that I love, but also, you know, the colorful ones, the pretty ones, the ones that tell good stories. And I think that's kind of similarly how I organized on my side. Mine is semi-color coordinated. I did want to like keep colors together because like I said, I am a visual person. But yeah, similarly to the library concept, I have mine broken down into genre and it's very shoppable and easy to look at.
Yeah.
You know, I know where things are.
And I do have some shelves that are more efficient. You'll see when we get to like the nitty gritty of it all. But yeah. I think we did a good job. I'm actually proud that we got rid of things.
Yeah, our unhaul stack.
Yeah, make sure y'all are, you know,
is crazy right now. Yeah. Like, we'll put a little cut of this, but like, yeah, that's insane how many books we have to unhaul. And I guess we're gonna do an unhaul video too. But yeah. It's wild.
We got rid of a lot of duplicates. We got rid of a lot of like
just stuff
we were never gonna get to.
Yeah, stuff we were never gonna get to. Stuff that we've read, but like we just don't want to keep because like, will we ever read that again? You know. So
there's no need to keep it.
Yeah, it's definitely like also one of the perks of being in our Patreon is we do unhaul like giveaways.
Oh, true. Yep.
Added on to all the other stuff that we do, so our patrons get the first pick of what we got going on over there. Anyway, yeah. So should we get into a tour?
Yeah.
A tour of the shelves. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to my corner.
Yes.
You might have noticed something.
What?
There are no more origami stacks. But there sure is some origami on these stacks.
Oh. I can't zoom in.
It's fine. You don't have to zoom in. We'll get to that later.
Is this the slowest zoom ever?
It really is, yeah.
Wow, that was nice and smooth though.
Okay.
I'm zooming out.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, great. Okay, so starting off with the top shelf here, these are gonna be basically what I would call like contemporary romances, okay? Yes, a friend did make this for me. This is Sherman, okay? It's gonna hold all of my bookmarks. You can see Carden and Jude right here. And yeah, essentially just all the contemporary romances, some that I've read, some that I haven't, okay? And if you want the spiciest book, you know, My Sexual Awakening as a young child, and Stuart, Prince of Swords.
Yes.
Anyway, so that is politely hidden behind my bookmarks. But yeah, so contemporary romance is here. Of course, we had to show off my beautiful Helen Huang. You know,
let's just get right down. Look at what?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. But Also, I like the pink, like, facing out.
I was like, what's going on? Because I thought Brightest was...
Brightest is my favorite, but pink is the color that, like, brings it all together. Yeah. So, like I said, my shelves, they have some books that are not with their other books. So, for example, Chloe Lisa's Contemporary here is not with Chloe Lisa's indie releases that are over here. So, we'll get to that in a second. You don't have to... Okay. You don't have to... But... moving forward, these are going to be the mythology, right? Mm-hmm. Inspired retellings and things like that.
Got it.
And then going on this shelf, we're still in the romance department-ish, but it's also going more into just LGBTQ+. So this whole entire shelf is just my LGBTQ. Not all of the books that I own, but the ones that, like I said, color code and look great on the shelves together. Some of them I've read, some of them I haven't. You'll notice, like, Song of Achilles. This is obviously a Greek mythology book, but it's down here with the romance and the gays, which is where it should be.
There you go.
Moving on from that, we're going into my YA fantasy. Okay.
I love this shelf.
Yeah, you want to get on this side here. This shelf is really nice because not only are the face outs fun, and like I know you're going to see this and be like, this is an LGBTQ. Well, why? Yes, it is. But I wanted it to be with my fantasy books because it's not centered around the romance. Okay.
Nice.
It's centered around the fantasy aspects. But yeah, so it's going to have my special editions of the Diviners. That's what these are. As well as some of my favorites, of course, Beast of Ruin, Legendborn, and then, you know, Miss Holly Black has to have her own section for these special editions.
They're really pretty books.
Aren't they good? I love them so much. We continue on with YA here. These are pretty much YA fantasy. Like, I think this is technically a dystopian, the Gracier, but these are still YA fantasy. These are some of my favorites dust jackets for Twilight, and so I have those facing out. Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which is great, and then of course like some books that I haven't read here in the middle. And then the fifth row, this is a smaller shelf, as you can see. So these are gonna be my like mass market paperbacks, but also this is really just kind of a nostalgia shelf because these are all books that I read like when I was younger. So like when I was getting into fantasy, when I was getting into just like reading in general. And that's going to be like the Golden Compass books. These are the Mediator books from Meg Cabot, the Hunger Games, of course, my special editions of the Hunger Games, which are beautiful. Sweep, which me and Monique talk about all the time, Kate Tiernan. And then, of course, like, one of my favorite fantasy, like, YA fantasy series from back in the day by Megan Whalen Turner, the Thief books. And then these, strangely enough, I have a lot of, like, mermaid books. These are all together. Very funny. Okay, so then on the final row, of course, these are still going to be YA, but these are more of, like, the YA contemporary, YA romance, and a few, like, middle grade and things like that. So that's pretty much like what all these books are up until you get to the like thrillers, because these are all pretty much thrillers, except for I think House of Holland might be considered a horror book. And I guess Catriona might be horror, some of them. Yeah. Horror, thriller, whatever. But anyway, those are stacked, of course. Those are my faves. Nice. Moving on to the next shelf. These are going to be all of my indie published books. So most of them are romance on this top. But it does like bleed into like some fantasy romance and like just plain fantasy. But basically it's just, starts with Bergman's. We know now obviously Berkley has picked this up. So my special edition copies, when they come in, I'll have to make room on the shelf for them. But that's where the Bergmans are going to live for right now. And then, of course, my Ice Planet books, because we love Ice Planet. I know that these are also Berkley, I believe, but they originally were indie, so they're going on the indie shelf. And then, of course, like the rest of kind of like the indie books that I have published. A lot of them are favorites. Some of them I haven't read yet. Then, moving forward, we have like the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, the Laura Thalassa series. These are the special edition copies, and these are some of my favorite special editions because they're just like so beautiful. Like they are literally so pretty. It's disgusting. Woo!
That's crisp, girl.
Right?
You ain't read not a page.
No, because I'm supposed to be doing a buddy read with Jayla.
Oh yeah.
But like, Are they not?
That's really cute.
Gorgeous.
Wow, they are stunning.
Aren't they stunning?
Absolutely stunning.
So the fun thing with these are reversible dust jackets. Yeah,
wow.
so you can basically have this be the front, right? And that's why it has like this right here.
I bet once you figure out which one you like the best, you'll flip them around.
Yeah, like once they get red, I will have the best one faced out.
With their faces.
Right. But for right now, they're going to stay like that because I like it. I like it like that. And then, of course, Zodiac Academy. You know, I have to have my baby, my booze.
Show your goals.
I only have, you know, so many here because I read the first one and then read manically on my Kindle and then picked up 4, 5, 6, and 7. But yeah, so then we get into the more traditionally published fantasy books. These are going to be the NA and adult fantasy. I'm pretty sure most of them are adult, to be honest. But yeah, so these are just all fantasy books. Of course, none of the Throne of Glass books are on here except for this one because I had to show off Manon. And she fit perfectly with this like red and black theme going on. And I have this like cute little plushie that I got from Vroman's, the bookstore here in LA. And I just love this like little plushie dragon because when I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, Sherman. I'm crazy. Anyway, but now obviously because Manon has her dragon, like that's why they're together. So yeah, fantasy, more fantasy. Of course I have to show off Nesta and Cassian because they're my babies, my boos. I also don't have any of these books on the shelves either because I'm essentially going to be putting like most of my completed series that I own in my room because I know I won't be like reaching for those as much. So those are going to go more like in my room where I won't really need them that much, but of course the cute ones can go out here. And then again with like this kind of shorter shelf, we have the mass market paperbacks and kind of a nostalgia read here, and then these are just kind of like random newer books that I need to get to but just haven't read yet. So like this would be like my series shelf, I guess. The last shelf for me is more of like the, I guess, contemporary-ish, like sort of, kind of historical fiction, you know, historical fiction combo here. And then it's separated by my little Batman that my dad got me. He. Shout out to you, Dad. And then my sci-fi that I like really love.
It looks good.
The faves of the faves. I do have some sci-fi, like I said, series in my room. Most of my completed series that I know I'm not going to pick up again are in my room. So yeah, maybe I'll move, you know, Zodiac Academy and all that stuff later, but that's pretty much how it is organized. And of course I have like on my shelves all my little like Nikki knacks. I like thrifted. This is like one of my favorite thrifted items. This is like one of my favorite thrifted. That was a horrible noise. This is one of my favorite thrifted items, y'all. It's giving Beauty and the Beast. And I know this is janky, but it lights up and it's so cute on the shelf. I literally love it. It is so fantasy and I think it goes perfectly with everything on my shelves. Ah!
So cute.
Yeah, you know.
So cute. How do you feel?
I feel great.
It looks really good.
Yeah. I think it's like very like organized. It looks great. I feel good about it. And I like that everything matches. Like that's really, my Virgo moon is like chef's kiss.
Our moon signs really showed out here.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into your section. So let's hop on over here and get started.
Hello. This is my side of the shelves. The transition we said were our moon signs. And I will say that mine was definitely based on my mood signs.
Okay.
So, at the very top, I would describe these as like mysteries, kind of thrillers, classics. That's the general vibe. I have a lot of Dan Brown, y'all. I like him, okay? I like his books. This is one of my favorite books by him, and I was like, where should I put these? Should I put these with my mass paperbacks? And I was like, no, they should deserve to be at the top with the other Dan Browns. So there's a lot of mysteries here, a lot of things I have read that I like, but yeah, that's the general vibe of the top row. Then we go down to my favorite row, one of my favorite rows. That's my romance shelf. This shelf to me is just so pretty, and I just have all my favorite books in one place. So we have our Emily Henry's. Look, y'all, I finally have it. A paperback version. Finally.
From Target.
From Target. But from it finally can be on my shelf. One day I'll read it, but yeah. So these are all my paperback romances. What I like to do is keep my series together. So I'm not really too like focused on matching the color, but so like that's why you'll see like this Eve Brown goes into this series, but like, you know, other than that, that's the way it's organized. Color coordinated by series, I guess. Then we have this nice candle I got gifted. It smells
never
good.
burn.
I burned it by force because you made me burn it, but it smells really good. Laurier 62.
Made just for her.
Now these are like I would call this shelf, it's a little bit of everything, but I would say it's just mainly, just fiction. Like, it's just like, what do you call this kind of fiction? Like,
speculative? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. But it's just all kinds. So, like, we have Bunny. We've got some thrillers. This is actually the one author I kept all together, I'm realizing. But
Catriona.
Yeah, I was like, you deserve it. It's like fiction that I like, but it's not really like, first of all, it's the only place it really could fit. So that's how I thought about it. I was like, how is this gonna fit? Then I tried to kind of do it color coordinated, but it's not, it makes sense in my head, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, if someone's like, oh, have you seen this book? I'll know exactly where to go. Like, if they describe it. I'm like, oh, I own that. It'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we go down below. We have sci-fi. This was very, cut and dry. I got my series together like I do. The Vandermeer series, the Sleeping Giant series. And then we have a little section of, like, graphic novels. This is the really good book that Noelle told me, and it was actually very good. And, of course, Lore Olympus. And when I have a space for Lore Olympus, too, when I get time to go and get one. Then, down here, we have a very tiny YA section. Then we have my manga collection. And then, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, so we have our little book with my bookmark, a couple of my bookmarks. Next is our bottom shelf. This one, I'm actually so happy that there's more space for me to put stuff here. So I put all of my, like, language books, because I'm learning Korean, and I like learning about languages. So I have my French books here. I've got Korean books, and I've got, like, some books about Chinese and Chinese studies. And then I have, like, music books. So I have a guitar book for Beatles. And then over here is just other, like, self-help books. So, yeah. Things I thought were interesting that maybe one day I'll look through. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, we're going to my Capricorn sign. I like efficiency. So this is my TBR.
Which is the cheers sign.
Oh, yes. Cheers. I really do love the cheers sign. I like efficiency. So this is my TBR shelf. I think it'll help with my brain. Like, I'll be like, okay, what do I need to read? Where did I put it? Oh, no. Like, I need to finish The Fake Mate. I need to give this back to Jared and Steph. There's lots of books that need to go back to their places. This is where it's going to go. Like, I'm borrowing this from Christine. You know what I mean?
Christine.
Christine.
Yeah, I was like,
What? I'm reading them. Lots of good books. Oh, yeah. This is also TBR, too. But, like, this one, like,
Get to later.
They're not get to later, but, like, I just felt like they matched over here more. I guess I could have moved this there, but this was already there.
It's fine.
This is the book of the month shelf.
Monique kept it.
I did. I liked it. There are a lot of books I wanted to get to. Books I really liked. That I really want to get to Lone Women. Like, I've been talking about it for a long time. Mm-hmm. I would love to read it. We have, like, favorites in here. True Biz. A lot of
these are ones that I made her keep too.
Yeah,
I was like, you're having a book of the month
honestly,
shelf.
yeah. Because let's get to it. It's really Allie Hazelwood. So we had to make space for Allie. I have it all.
As well as some other books down here.
Yes, lots of things. This is more just like, I didn't have space. And I didn't really have a dedicated horror section. So I felt like the ones that looked kind of bright, like horror, psychological, thriller, I just kind of put in this area. And that kind of spilled over to this too. So it's like a little bit of an overflow shelf for me. But I know where it is. Like, I didn't have that many mass paperbacks, so I was like, let me just put the authors together. There you go. And then this was gonna be a dark romance shelf, but I realized I don't own that many. So then it turned into a sci-fi overflow shelf for me. And
just regular romance.
Oh yeah, some extra romances I had that I like. I like want to read, but I'm not like in a rush to read. So it's like, or like I'm not gonna reread. And at the bottom, you guys know, I had to put the fantasy at the bottom. Yeah, just like some of my favorite series, and then a series I want to start. This is just the Darker Shade of Magic, and then you guys know I love my Ninth House world, and then we have memoirs, and that's it. Those are my shelves. It works, you know? I feel like I like to see that there's space to add more books. That makes me happy. Like before, that shelf didn't exist. This bottom shelf, like that was I liked seeing them there. That was all storage and like other miscellaneous objects, you know, items.
Yeah, I mean, the shelves look fantastic.
Yeah.
They look so much better. I kind of hate that we don't have a super great before of them. But, like, you guys have seen our videos, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no origami stacks on... It is now an elite and employee, okay? There's no origami stacks on Christine's side.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are they on the outside of the shelves? Maybe.
Oh, yeah. This is the unhaul pile, guys. Look at this craziness.
We were not joking.
Oh.
We were not joking when we said we got rid of books.
My God. Also, these aren't unhaul. These are classics from my grandfather. Wait a minute. Classics from my grandfather, and then these are just like dust jackets that I don't use because I have to replace them.
And obviously those were records in here that I did not show off.
Yeah.
We have records.
Yeah, the Coachella record.
The Coachella record, yeah. I saved this because technically my friend wanted, doesn't matter. My friend wanted
the box.
And I was like, sure, you can have it. Because remember they sent me an extra box last year?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, did I just get sent a free bracelet to Coachella?
No.
No, they just sent a box with nothing in it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that's the shelves. They look great. This is simple. We still have so many books that we need to like get shelves in our office, fill up those shelves. I don't know what the rhyme or reason will be for organization between books there and here. I mean, we'll see. Maybe like those will be newer books that like just come in that like we can put on those shelves. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But once we get those shelves, we'll of course do another like organization video.
Yeah, I think our office build up, it'll be a really fun project.
It's going to be a great project.
Document.
Yeah, we have officially shared, aka Monique has sent me her Pinterest board for what she wants the office to look like. So now that I know what she's going for, I can move forward with what I want to do in the office as well. So yeah, from what I can see, it's going to be a great project and we're excited to share that one with you. But for this project, we're officially done. So if you ever, you know, see any videos after this, you'll be like, wow, those shelves look like night and day. They are literally so beautiful. And did we get some pledge on the ground and almost slip and die?
We almost dropped to the ground.
Well, many times. One time Monique did the splits.
One of them I couldn't get up because my foot kept sliding. And I was like, oh my God. I really was almost in the split.
Pants. It was really funny.
Christine almost fell with the camera in her hand.
I've fallen a couple of times off camera, yeah. Yeah,
you just have to do small steps. You can't be confident. Because pledge, honestly, that might be the way. Never mind.
Yeah, to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, our shelves look nice and new. We have all of our knickknacks on there. It looks great. It's not cluttered.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think of our main shelves, of our video shelves. Next project is probably a haul, right? And then an official unhaul.
We don't need any more books.
No, I mean like all the books we have in there. Like I guess it wouldn't be a haul. It'd be like a...
I think our next project should just be getting shelves in there and then doing another. We can do it a haul install, you know?
A haul install. Not a bad name.
No.
All right. Well, we'll see what the budget affords us.
There you go.
Okay. So anywho, that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like for us. Comment down below what you think, how you organize your shelves. Do you color code? Do you do authors in ABC order? How do you do it?
Yeah.
Because if y'all don't think I was trying to look up videos on how to organize before this, you're sadly mistaken, okay? Anyway, hit that notification bell if you want to keep up with the videos on our channel. And of course, make sure you're subscribed if you want to support me and Monique on this channel.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the tea.
We did it.
Thanks.
It's done.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bum, bum, da 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 da, bum, bum, da.
Charmaine.
He is so over us.
Charmaine.
His eyes open.
Charmaine.
Well, he's not getting up.
Charmaine. My favorite part was when you were like, Charmaine, shoo shoo. Anytime I said Charmaine, you would say shoo shoo.
Oh, shoo shoo.
It was like a different nickname. Charmaine.
Shoo shoo.
Charmaine.
Shoo shoo.
Charmaine.
Sherm.
Charmaine.
Sherman Thanatos Jackson the first.
Sure.
His eyes open now.
Charmy.